Very.
Ready?
Yep. Welcome back. My name is Nick Beat, and I'm your host. And it's nickbeathowl.com. And also, we are in conjunction with CIUT Radio, 89.5 FM. Welcome. We're again at the Smiling Buddha. We're interviewing one of the features of tonight. Fascination Street is the name of the series. We're interviewing Liz Worth. And we're also talking about Pack Animal, which is the group that Liz has. And I'm going to let her introduce herself. Welcome, Liz Worth, to Nick Beat.
Motion creates attraction.
It creates laughter, which is what we're getting from the irrepressible Liz Worth.
Whose glasses are these?
Please, Liz, say something for the camera.
And it's up close because
Hi.
we get better recording that way, otherwise we don't have mics right now.
Hi.
And who's our other guest?
My name is Marc Dubuisson. I'm the other half of Pack Animal. Nice to meet you.
Okay. Mark, what do you do for Liz? Performance.
Performance-wise, besides that, I'm not sure there's much else. But
In the aesthetics.
Performance anxiety now.
I am the synth noise aspect of Pack Animal. So, yeah, I write some of the stuff as well, but the majority of that is Liz.
I was just going to ask you if you wrote some of the poetry that goes with. You do.
I actually just wrote one piece so far, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liz, why do you feel the need for the background ambient sounds?
There are multiple answers to that question, as always. First, off the top, I just really wanted to do something different. I wanted to do something more than just a straight reading, and I feel that having some kind of sound behind it can lend more to the performance aspect of a piece as well. There are also opportunities for certain words or certain sentiments to be drowned out by noise when you combine a synth with poetry. So I think that element is also very interesting as well, because sometimes it can really underline and emphasize certain things that you're trying to put out there. And on another, much more personal level, I'm a fairly shy person. It's really hard for me to just go up there and do a straight reading a lot of the time. So Pack Animal for me gives me a much more accessible outlet to actually being able to go up and read my work to people and have that kind of backup of the backdrop of noise behind me. So
Okay.
yeah.
I'm just wondering how, I asked this of Mindy too, how supportive are your families about what you do? Or do they hate it?
To be honest, I haven't really informed my family of it that much. It's kind of my own little thing. I'm an incredibly personal, kind of guy, I guess, when it comes to that kind of stuff. So at this juncture, I'm not sure my family is really interested in poetry, abstract art, performance kind of stuff. So I don't want to really force it on them, kind of thing. I'm doing this, you have to like it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like all parents would do, but
Sure.
yeah. I guess that's where I'm at.
Liz, what about your family?
When I was 13, I decided that I wanted to be a writer, and I went home and I told my mom that I was going to be a poet, and she got really mad at me and freaked out and told me that poets never make any money until after they're dead. Which may or may not be true. I don't know. I don't really think poets make any money ever these days.
We won't bring Leonard Cohen in the mix, but...
I don't know. It's interesting. As things have progressed and as I've established myself more as a writer, my mom has become more and more supportive of that, and my parents don't totally get it still, right? They wouldn't be able to really understand what a project like Pack Animal is about, or why we do it, or why anybody would be interested in it, but they accept it. So, and I think they kind of humor me. So,
they humor you?
oh yeah, for sure. And I'll take that. You know, that's I think that's as good as it gets.
So their attitude is someday when you grow up and become an adult, you're gonna grow out of this. Is that what they're assuming?
Oh, I don't think they're expecting me to grow out of it at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, they just accept that this is how it is. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is Nick Beat, nickbeathowl.com. Welcome to our show if you're just tuning in. And we're also in conjunction, as I said before, with CIUT 89.5 FM, and I'm your host, Nick Beat. We're talking to Liz and Mark about their group Pack Animal, which uses ambient sounds with spoken word. Where do you go for this to perform? You performed here. Where else do you go to perform?
We really go wherever they will let us.
Which is where Liz?
Do you have to sit at the back of the bus too?
It's not quite that bad.
Well, Pack Animal is still at this point a pretty young project. We have had some interesting opportunities. We've done an after party for the Female Eye Film Festival, which is an experimental film festival. So we found an outlet there. We've done other spoken word nights, and currently we're looking towards doing more shows with bands as well, and kind of crossing over more into the local music scene as well, so that we can kind of have our hands in both spoken word and music.
Okay.
Yeah.
What community is the big support for you guys? Is it the gay community, the goth community, the poetry community, all three? Who's supportive of you as far as the community goes, or is anyone as far as the community goes?
I'd say it's mostly poetry at this point, because I mean most of the shows we've done have been poetry shows. We're just kind of trying to get to do other shows and branch out and get different audiences really at this point, and do stuff with other bands and that kind of thing. So yeah, I'd say poetry at this point.
Okay.
Can I interject and ask about your technology?
Yeah, sure.
Good question.
I use a Korg Electribe EMX1, I believe it is. It's a synthesizer and effects processor, and yeah, all in one. It's a pretty nice piece of machinery.
How do you control it?
It's got lots of knobs and dials on it. And then, yeah, I've just got basically loops of waveforms and stuff like that programmed in, and I just basically manipulate different aspects of them.
Can you download patches? Is there like a community attached to your device?
Not that I'm aware of. So
No plug-in for the internet, eh?
no, not. They very well could be, but I'm not aware of it. So, but I think a lot of people use it.
There's a lot of that happening now. The guitar devices patching into a community. Any technology on your part?
No.
Well, tell us about this tattoo then. This is quite a piece. I digress.
Yeah.
I Had Too Much to Dream Last Night, which is the name of a psychedelic song from the 60s.
By the Electric Prunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not actually taken from the song. I mean, I heard the song at a bar one night, and I thought, yeah, that really sums up my life.
Liz, who are your musical heroes, if you have any?
Oh my god. Musical heroes. Robert Smith from The Cure, for sure. Peter Murphy from Bauhaus. Axl Rose. Kurt Cobain. Courtney Love. Yeah, those would be like my major players, yeah.
Okay. Mark? What about you?
As far as Pack Animal goes, it's pretty influenced by Brian Eno, Avropart, who else? Steve Reich, Aphex Twin, yeah, that kind of stuff. As far as Pack
Patti
Animal
Smith
goes.
as well, I would say, is a big influence, yeah.
This is Nick Beat, the person that you heard interjecting and interrupting my show was actually my friend Michael Marion, and he is their cameraman as well as inspiration, as well as the creator of Nick Beat. nickbeathowl.com, and want to thank Mike for his very good questions. We're almost finished with Liz Worth and Pack Animal. We just want to say thank you to Liz, thank you to Mark for being on our show, and we'll be back with another performer and featured performer. This is Nick Beat signing off at nickbeathowl.com.